Hi, I'm Laura. I have been working with Tommy at All-in ACL for the past 6 months. I tore my ACL back in May of 2021 and had reconstructive surgery about 6 months after that. And I pretty much had a pretty bumpy ride post-op and my recovery. Before I had torn my ACL, I was an incredibly physically active person. I was running, trail running, CrossFit, and I also homestead, which has a lot of manual labor as part of my daily life. And so I ended up having quite a bit of post-op complications. I had an ACL specialist physical therapy, therapist I felt really excited to have them because there are not a lot of options in my area. But unfortunately, they progressed me through without any testing and, pretty much did a standard progression without really paying close attention to where I was at and my strength. And so I ended up developing actually quite a bit of patellofemoral cartilage damage post-op. And I basically didn't have any confidence in my knee, and my strength was not where it was at. And I was likely, in retrospect, really overloading it, even though it was incredibly unprepared. And so I tried all the things. I went to all the different specialists and got a cortisone shot, and it didn't work out. Over a little over a year post-op, I just was struggling with a vicious cycle of swelling, pain, and arthrogenic inhibition, and not really going anywhere. And I finally, I've been on Instagram watching Tommy and All-in ACL, and just, even though I was a bit skeptical and that this is someone I found on Instagram, I just was like, it's time to just try this out. I need to try something. And what was really promising was how much Tommy talked about load management, which I think at that point of time I was finally starting to identify was a big problem for me. So I started working with Tommy 6 months ago, and it was incredible how quickly he was able to direct me and empower me to be able to really call the shots on what's an appropriate load for me and my knee, and how to really find that Goldilocks spot where I can do things without just, eliciting that vicious cycle of pain, swelling, and muscle inhibition. And so I very quickly was able to get out of that and start making a lot of strength gains. And there were a bunch of things that I was very quickly able to improve on. I had to scale back a lot of my activity initially to be able to work in the right range, but I basically was able to improve my range of motion very quickly. I was able to, really get back to doing things like squatting, which I really couldn't do without it setting me back significantly. I am now able to do, the walking and like stairs and just physical activity of manual labor for the homestead without, being in that vicious cycle, and actually being able to continue to gain strength to support an active lifestyle. And, Tommy just has been incredible in helping me find that path. I would say that I, even though I have quite a bit of damage in my knee, for those of you out there who have more complex post-op recoveries, I was skeptical because I had a bunch of stuff going on with my knee that it was damaged. I felt like All-in ACL might be just for people who are really just post-op and not so far along, but I would say people who are, years out from their surgery and still struggling, I've been really surprised with what Tommy and All-in ACL has been able to do for me whenever I do have a lot of limitations with my knee, but they were really able to help me find that path forward. And it's a slower recovery because of those complications, but I am continuing to make just very clear progress and continue to just gain more of my life back with their help. And I just I can't speak highly enough. I can't recommend Tommy and All in ACL enough in regards to really being able to empower me to move forward. And I think that a lot of people could benefit from this type of programming, regardless of sort of the particulars and complexity of their knee and recovery. So that is my story. I wish you all good luck out there. Thank you.